How's it going, everyone? My name is Primacon. Welcome back to the channel. I am actually hopeful and excited for once in my life. If you don't know, February 12th, which is tomorrow as of making this video, on 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's gonna be a Sony State of Play. And for once, I am so actually genuinely interested and excited about this. And no, it's not because of Sony first-party fucking games. To be honest, Sony first-party lineup has been kind of poopy lately, especially for the PS5 generation. Nothing has really come out that stood out so much that made me justify my stupid PlayStation 5 purchase. The thing that came closest to it was the Demon's Souls remake, because that shit absolutely slapped. Other than that, it's been kind of a dud generation. When it comes to Sony games, one thing we can definitely expect from this State of Play is Ghost of Your Toy. Is that how you say it?
Your Tay, therefore, the English pronunciation is as Ghost of Yote.
Ghost of Yote. That game's been confirmed for 2025. We haven't really seen much of it, and this State of Play is the perfect showcase for Sony to show off that game. Of course, it's a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, which is very highly acclaimed. It's the Japanese Assassin's Creed game we never got from Ubisoft. Personally, I didn't play Ghost of Tsushima too much because at the time the game came out, I actually had a really big fatigue of open world video games. I was just so sick and tired of them. So even though I knew this game was good, it's been sitting on my backlog for like years. But if the trailer tomorrow is hyping up, I might just download that game again and check it out. Other than that, we might be able to see Death Stranding 2 again. Death Stranding 1 was fucking garbage. I know it's the very divided game. Some people either really love it or some people really hate it. I am unfortunately in the hate boat. I'm the biggest hater of all time. I didn't like that game at all. I watched Jacksepticeye play it. He's my favorite YouTuber, gaming YouTuber of all time. And even his charming personality couldn't make me enjoy that fucking game. Holy shit, it was bad. So I'm not really looking forward to the sequel, but I will go in it with an open mind. Maybe they revamped their formula, who knows. But the reason I titled this video what I did, and the reason I am really excited for tomorrow, is Capcom. If you've been here before on this channel, by the way, you should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. It'll bring you good fortune, I hope. You know that I'm a big diehard fan of Resident Evil. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite gaming franchise of all time. And Capcom has a history of announcing the new Resident Evil games at Sony State of Plays. They're very close, touchy-feely with Sony. They even have some demos that are exclusive to PlayStation. I remember when Resident Evil 8 Village came out, its first demo was a PlayStation exclusive, which pissed a lot of people off. I don't think demos should be exclusive whatsoever. But point being, Capcom has been very close with Sony and their State of Plays to announce Resident Evils. Now, the last Resident Evil we got, Resident Evil 4 Remake, was about 2 fucking years ago. That game came out in March 23rd, 2023 or 24, depending on your time zone. And it's gonna be 2 years next month since we have heard anything from Resident Evil, and there's a good reason for that. You see, Capcom isn't like other developers when it comes to AAA video gaming. They actually don't showcase CGI trailers with big promises of this game that's gonna revolutionize the world without any release date, and then it keeps getting delayed year after year only for the game to come out and have be nothing like the teasers made it out to be. That's not how Capcom works. In fact, they like to announce their games with the release date front and center. That's how they did it with Resident Evil 4 Remake. That teaser, the very first teaser of RE4 Remake, started with the release date before people even knew what game was being showcased at the live event. They are that confident about it, and that is the main reason they've been so hush and quiet, because obviously they've been cooking behind closed doors and they might be getting ready to announce something soon. I know there's leaks going around. I don't really put too much stock into leaks when it comes to any video gaming franchise, because there's usually a lot of he said, she said. But what I do know is there's 2 games under the works, which is Resident Evil 9, of course, and Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake. Resident Evil Code Veronica is a game that I've heard nothing but praises for from the OG gaming community. People who were there playing the OG games, because I didn't grow up with Resident Evil games. I was actually introduced to this franchise with Resident Evil 7, and then I just absolutely fell in love and played a lot of their games. But Code Veronica is a game that I've never played, and I've heard big praises about that game. And there are pretty legitimate talks that Code Veronica is being reworked. I think that's more or less confirmed at this point. So Capcom is cooking something. We've been 2 years since we have heard anything about RE franchise, and tomorrow might be the day that I finally can live happily knowing that a new Resident Evil game is on the horizon. I swear to God, I've played the previous remakes, all these modern RE games like 5, 6, 10 times over. They're just so good. I'm thinking of making a video about my favorite Resident Evil game, which might be my favorite video game of all time. I'm not gonna spoil it. In fact, I'll let you guess it in the comments which one that might be. But I am very, very hopeful, fingers crossed, that it's been 2 years since the last game came out. Hopefully Capcom has cooked something enough that they feel confident enough to show us with a release date, even if it is a ways out, even if it's like 6, 7, 8 months out. I don't care. I just want to see something new from RE franchise. But of course, I'm curious if you're looking forward to anything tomorrow. I know Sony has been a lot of hit and miss for a lot of people lately, so I'm very, very curious to see what you're thinking we might get showcased tomorrow, something that you're excited for. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be reading them. Let's get a conversation going about video games. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow live streaming the Sony State of Play at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe. See you all soon. Primacon signing out.